Hi beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are having a lovely day today because I know I am. First things first, I know I'm gonna get questions about my hair. She sent it to Tahiti Cocktail Collection, on Zach, on point all the time. I mean, so good. Sorry y'all, apparently I was way too excited to do this video because I just knocked my coffee like straight across my desk. Like shit went bruh. It's a good thing like it wasn't a full cup. I was almost done with it. That would have been really bad if it was a full cup. Oh my god. So now that that happened, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Today I am talking all about work appropriate fragrances. I actually have a lot here, more than I expected to have. I wanted to give you guys a range of like things that are great for all year, things that are great for summer, and things that are going to be a little bit better for like fall and winter. So if you're interested in seeing some of my favorite work appropriate picks, then just keep on watching. Let's talk about my scent of the day. This one I don't know if you guys will be able to find because I believe that it was discontinued, but this is a great pick for every day during the summertime. If you're really feeling those summer vibes, you don't just want to smell like that typical I'm going to work and I smell good and I'm a baddie fragrance. Like you want a little bit more. I love the Salty Flower perfume from the Viktor&Rolf Magic Collection. This is what I'm wearing today and I love it so much. This is a really beautiful, I would say summertime warm floral fragrance. This has like notes of coconut water, salt water. It has frangipani and other yellow florals like ylang ylang. It's so nice. It smells warm, not too warm, but it gives you that really nice salty coconutty airy vibe. This would be perfect for work. I love this as an everyday summertime fragrance. I started using this like at the end of summer last year, and I wanted to make this like my everyday signature for summer, but now that it's discontinued, I'm definitely not going to be doing that because it's going to get harder and harder to find. This is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. I feel like I don't understand why more people don't talk about this. It lasts like 10 hours plus on my skin. I love a good salty fragrance. It just smells so good. The frangipani and the ylang ylang in here are just beautiful. And I think there might be some jasmine in here too. It's just so sophisticated, put together. It's a great way to get that slightly beachy, coconutty summertime vibe without going all the way there and smelling like you're going to the pool, you know? This smells so put together, so warm, but still fresh and so easy to wear to the office. This is one that is not going to offend, even though it is a warm floral. It's not a floral that's going to offend people. It smells so good, so clean, but still a little bit warm. And it's still kind of, it's one of those fragrances that like wearing it to work, I'm kind of thinking about where I want to be, but I'm still like in my frame of mind at work. So I love this fragrance so much, the Salty Flower. If you can find this fragrance, definitely pick it up. It's so worth it. I got this on sale for like $75 when at the time I didn't realize they were clearancing it from Sephora. So I was able to get a good price on this, but this is bomb. I love the craftsmanship of the bottles too. So beautiful. This is one, I wasn't sure if I was gonna add it or not, but I feel like fruity florals are really great to have for work. I feel like they just do really well. I feel like people tend to like them. And if they have a nice little bit of warmth to them, I think they typically do very well. This one that I have here is Juliette Has a Gun Lipstick Fever. This was introduced to their range last year. And I love this so much. I think they released this and then they released a musk one. I never tried the musk one, but I love this fragrance. It's so nice. This is a powdery raspberry fragrance. It's slightly warm, but it's very juicy, easy to wear. This lays on the skin so well. Lipstick Fever is a really great one to have when you don't want to go as basic as Not a Perfume from Juliette has a gun. That one is like literally one note. Because it's really more of like an ingredient fragrance. It's not an actual fragrance with notes. It's just one ingredient. This is very appealing to the nose. You're not going to offend. It's one of those that you can smell it on you, but it's not going to blow you out of the room. The person sitting in the cubicle next to you is not going to smell you in their cubicle, but if they come into your bubble, they will smell you. And in the most elegant, sweet, juicy, but still slightly powdery type of way. I'm a big fan of this fragrance. I used this a lot last summer when I first got it. You can see there's definitely a dent. And now that it's getting warm, I'm going to be pulling this out more because it's a beautiful fragrance. I really like Juliette Has a Gun perfumes in general because I feel like they just don't offend people, you know? Like, they're very easy to wear. They're not the types of fragrances that are going to blow you out of the water. They're not going to make you feel ill. They're not going to make other people feel ill. I feel like they have very appealing fragrances. Fragrances that are easy to go out and wear and enjoy and not feel like you're going to mess up someone else's vibe, you know? I feel like Juliette Has a Gun as a brand does great work fragrances. They do, because they last on the skin, but they don't hit other people in the face either. And I find their fragrances to be relatively mass appealing. I want to get my hands on Pear Ink. You guys know I talked about that in my fragrances wish list. I can't wait to get my hands on that one. But this definitely is just a beautiful hitter for work, especially during the summertime. I think you can get away with wearing this all year round, but I prefer those juicy raspberry notes during the summer. You guys know it wouldn't be a fragrance video if I didn't talk about Dossier, because I have so many. I've fallen in love with the brand so much. I feel like Dossier is a great way to go if you're looking for an everyday fragrance, but you don't want to spend too much money because you know you're going to be spraying it every single day. So I have 4 here to show you guys. And of course, y'all already know about Dossier. You guys know that they are an inspired fragrance house. So they do inspired fragrances. They're vegan, cruelty-free, made in France, super high quality juice, potent, long lasting, and the fragrances are spot on. They're amazing, and you can purchase them and try them risk-free. If you don't like it, you can send it back risk-free. I love their fragrances, and they've turned me on to so many different scent notes, but they've also given me some great options for every single day. The first one I have is new to my collection. I recently spoke about this. This is Musky Green Tea. This is inspired by Creed's Silver Mountain Water. And I'm not gonna lie, now that I have this, I kind of want the real thing. Because I feel like on the days when I really like want to be bougie, I can wear my Silver Mountain Water. And then on the days when I'm just like want to spray this just to spray this, I have my Musky Green Tea. But the top notes in this are green tea, bergamot, mandarin. The heart is petitgrain, neroli, and blackcurrant. And the base is musk, sandalwood, and orris. This is a beautiful, fresh fragrance with a little bit of warmth to it. I love this, and what I love the most about it is that because it has that base of like the sandalwood and the musk, which y'all will notice, and a lot of my freshies, I love sandalwood and musk. But because of that base, it lasts so long. You get that really beautiful, fresh green tea note. You can smell that sparkling mandarin and bergamot, and a little bit of that blackcurrant in the middle. But I love the way this develops on the skin because it's fresh and it's a little citrusy, but it's also very creamy on the skin. The musk and that sandalwood blend together so beautifully and make this a very creamy yet still fresh scent. This is one like you're going to get compliments. You don't have to spray a lot of this, but this is like I feel like one of the perfect scents for the office because it's nice and fresh. You're going to smell amazing. You're going to smell slightly sensual and flirty, but you're also not going to offend. It's a very easily approachable scent. It's an easy grab and easy reach, and it just smells so good. I love this so much. I have really been dipping my toes hard into this because I've been pulling out more of my fresh fragrances now that it's actually starting to get hot outside. It's like been 90 degrees all week, so I've really been like hitting it hard with my fresh fragrances. This is a beautiful pick. This is another one that's new to my collection, which I absolutely love, and I think this is another great fruity pick for these spring and summer months, especially now that it's hot. I feel like this develops so beautifully in hot weather. Oh my God, this is Floral Rhubarb. This is inspired by Marc Jacobs Perfect, their newest fragrance. This has notes of rhubarb, orange blossom, and peach in the top, daffodil, milky accords, and narcissus in the heart, and cedarwood, blonde woods, and musks in the base, y'all. The orange and the peach come out in this so strong, and it gives the most beautiful, juicy, slightly milky. It's not, the lactonic quality in this is not the type that gets nasty when it's hot. It just gives like the slightest creaminess to this, but it's a very juicy floral. You get some of the blonde woods and the musks in the base, but this is not that like warm, fruity floral that I tend to like. This is fresh, juicy, sweet, and so easy to wear. I love this so much. It makes me want to get my nose on Marc Jacobs Perfect. Okay, so the next one is another fruity floral fragrance. This is Floral Musk, and it's inspired by Lancôme Idole. This is a beautiful fragrance. I think Lancôme Idole is nice. This isn't 100% there, but it's damn near identical. I think Lancôme Idole is nice, but to me, I don't like spending all that money on freshies. Like, I really don't. There are some that I'll get, like the ones from the Maison Lancôme line. There are a couple from Dior that I'm really interested in because I know that their fragrances last. But Lancôme Idole lasts all of like 2 hours on my skin. It's a good out of the shower scent, but it doesn't last much longer than me getting ready and then getting to work, and then it's gone. Floral Musk is really nice because I feel like it actually lasts longer. This will get me around 5 hours. But since like this typically don't last too long anyway, the top notes are pear, bergamot, lychee. There's jasmine and rose in the heart, and musk, vanilla, and patchouli in the base. I don't really get any of the patchouli. I mostly get the musks, the jasmine, rose, and then the fruity notes at the top. This one is not as sweet as Floral Rhubarb. Floral Rhubarb is truly like sweet, juicy, yummy with some freshness to it. This one is more of that fresh, aquatic, fruity floral type of fragrance. It's so nice, so beautiful. It kind of has that shampoo-y vibe to it. Great one to have in your collection, especially for those 90-degree plus days that we're getting into when it comes to living in the South. This is going to be a great one to have. And I love the size of the Dossier perfumes because I can keep these like in my purse and spray myself down if I feel like I'm getting a little, you know, not too fresh. So I like that I can actually keep these in my purse, and I have the magnetic lid so I don't have to worry about them rolling off and perfume getting all over my bag. That's a plus for me too. And then this one is a great all year rounder. I'm probably gonna have to get another bottle of this by the end of the year. This is Ambery Saffron. The top notes in this are saffron, orange blossom. Heart is jasmine, plum, and cedarwood, and the base is oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. And this is their inspiration of Baccarat Rouge 540, which is one of the best that I found. I love this so much. Do I really need to go into what this smells like? I've talked about this fragrance so much. It's a beautiful burnt sugar and saffron fragrance. It's sweet. The oak moss and the saffron bring some depth to it. But I love this scent in general because it has so much transparency to it, which I feel like you do get in the original Baccarat Rouge. I feel like a lot of the other inspirations to that scent have been more so on the heavy, thick side, where Baccarat Rouge has a transparency to it. It has a lightness to it, almost like an aquatic touch. And this also carries that. But I feel like the saffron in this is a little bit stronger. And I love it. I've been mixing this with a lot of my different scents. You guys know I mentioned mixing this in Libre, which I love these two together. This combo can also be worn to work. For me, like in the fall and winter months, it would be a great one to wear to work. But I just love this on its own as an everyday dumb grab when it comes to going to work. Like, If you put this on, you know you're going to smell good. It's not super offensive. You don't need a lot of sprays of this either. It has good projection, but it's not going to blow people out of the room. And it lasts. It lasts for hours. It lasts for days. It's amazing. Like, you can't go wrong with Ambery Saffron or Baccarat Rouge 540. Like, you really can't. It's a beautiful everyday fragrance. But I feel like Ambery Saffron in particular, if you don't want to wear Baccarat every day because we know how expensive it is, get you some Ambery Saffron. No one will know. How would they know? So I absolutely love Ambery Saffron. All 4 of these picks from Dossier are perfect to wear to work. You're going to smell fresh, clean, just beautiful, put together. Like, you know, you got everything in order, you know. These kind of give you that. The next one, you guys already know, Bulgari Omnia Crystalline. This is one of my favorite everyday fragrances. Aquatic, floral, and warm. It's beautiful. It has a little bit of warmth in the base. I think there's some sandalwood in the base, so it gives some warmth to it, but you have that lotus and those aquatic notes in there. You smell fresh, but you still smell, I would say, still a little sensual and pretty. I get so many compliments when I wear this. A lot of people say that this fragrance doesn't linger and it doesn't carry and like people can't smell it on you, but I get tons of compliments when I wear this. Every time I put this on and I go to work, people are like, you always smell so good. Like, what are you wearing? And a lot of times it's this. It smells amazing. And I feel like it projects perfectly for the office. You're not going to smell like you just overdid it. You're not going to smell like you doused yourself in fragrance. You're just going to smell clean, fresh, put together. Like you were just ready to get up and make moves that day. This is that kind of scent and I absolutely love it. This is another great just everyday work fragrance. I'm almost out of this. I need to go ahead and get another one. This is Guerlain Mon Guerlain. And I mean, if you want to know what I've been wearing every day for like the last few months, like when I went to work, this is what I would wear. This is a beautiful lavender and vanilla fragrance. This has loads of tonka. There's coumarin in here. And there are some fruity touches to this as well that I think make this very approachable and feminine and very easy to wear to work. This is one that can be a little bit much. I tend to overspray this, but you really don't have to. I get so many compliments on this. Like, I can't tell you how many times I was stopped at work, especially when I was at Home Goods. People would stop me all the time, like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. This works for so many different types of workplaces because I could wear this at a job where it was more physical, but this is going to be beautiful for the office, nice. And there's a freshness to it because you have that lavender there, but there's a warmth and sensuality to it because you have those notes of that vanilla and the sandalwood, and it's so good. But with those nice nectary touches, the tonka makes this a little bit powdery. I love it. Like I've said before, if you're comparing this and Libre, Mon Guerlain is definitely the more feminine, sensual, pretty fragrance, where Libre is very, I would say, kind of more leaning on that masculine edge with the lavender that's in it. It is strong, but there's more of a cleanness to this. It doesn't have those nectary notes that this one does, but especially the Intense, I find that the vanilla in this is just very yummy and cozy and warm and a little lickable, just saying. So these have very stark differences. I feel like this one for me is better for the workplace, whereas this one, I would wear this like on my own time. And then of course, I would choose this over something like Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, only because the Kilian one is so sweet. It's sugary, it's marshmallowy. This one has a marshmallow note, but you get more of that neroli, those white florals in the fragrance, and those like raspberry and orange touches. This is Dolce&Gabanna Parfum. Love this fragrance. You can see she has a dent. I use her. This bears a lot of similarities to Kilian in that it has those oriental white florals and that marshmallow note. So there's a lot of musk in the base. This has raspberry. I think there's mandarin in here. There's orange blossom. There's neroli. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's so feminine and easily approachable and a great work fragrance. You guys know I often call this a mama bear fragrance because it smells so familiar. It just smells like a woman you trust, you know, like she bakes cookies and brings them to the kids at school and, you know, is on the PTA. Like it gives me that vibe. And it's so funny because Bubs, Bubsby, natural hair, you know, if you're watching a fragrance video, you may not know some of my natural hair people, but she commented on one of my videos and she was like, the Dolce is one of my favorites. And I'm like, I get that because she's definitely like super mom vibes. Like she has gorgeous natural hair. She has a bomb natural hair channel. Like she be out here doing the work with the natural hair brands. But she definitely has that like sweet, very calm, gentle demeanor to her, which I love. I love her content. And she just has such a sweet personality. And I can totally see her smelling like this. For sure. Like now, ever since she made that comment, I smell this and I think about her. Because it just seems like her vibe, you know? I absolutely love this fragrance. It's so easy to wear. You're going to smell really nice and feminine. There is so much sweetness to this, but it's kind of cut by those notes of like the orange and the raspberry and the neroli. Some people find the neroli to be too much in this, but I find that once it sets on the skin, those marshmallow musky notes really, really come out in this fragrance on me. And it really kind of makes everything blend together very well. So I love this fragrance. If you want to go to work smelling super duper feminine, but you still don't want to overdo it, you don't want to offend, this is a beautiful one to have. And that aspect of smelling sweet, I would also suggest Armani C Fiori. This is a beautiful fragrance. You guys know I've talked about how Armani C was my everyday fragrance for so long. It did so well at work. I would get so many compliments at work on this fragrance. This is black currant liqueur. And this one in particular, the Fiori, has that amped up vanilla and musk and patchouli. So it smells like it has that marshmallowy thing going on in this too. So if the original Armani C is a little bit too strong for you, a little too deep, try this one because it has that, you know, fluffy marshmallowy touch to it, along with those really sweet balsamic notes of that black currant. It's so good. This is just, Armani C in general just smells like a strong, confident woman to me, but this one gives a little bit more femininity to the fragrance because of those fluffy vanilla notes in the base. It's so beautiful, so easy to wear. Definitely another one that I find does not offend people at all, but the original can be kind of strong. So I highly suggest this one for work, even though I like to smell strong. I know a lot of people don't want to go to work smelling that strong. So this is a great way to go because it gets really fluffy and light and sweet on the skin, and it doesn't get as deep and syrupy as the original one does. Last but not least, this is the ultimate feminine work scent. This is the ultimate everyday fragrance in general if you just love to smell really feminine and put together. But I love to wear this to work because it's not a 100% skin scent, but it sits closer to the skin. It's very easy to wear and you're gonna get compliments. And that is Prada La Femme. So beautiful. First of all, the bottle is stunning. Like this just, it's so beautiful. It's really beautiful. It has a beautiful base of white florals. There's some beeswax in here. It kind of smells like, to me, it smells like honeysuckle with that creamy beeswax note in there. It's very feminine, borderline fresh, but it just smells like clean skin. It smells so good. I love this. It's one of my favorite floral fragrances. It's a really beautiful, I would say, creamy white floral fragrance. It smells so feminine, classy, and classic. Every time I wear this is another one where whenever I go to work, like people are like, you smell really good. What are you wearing? This is one that it's not going to carry across a room, but if you walk by somebody, they're going to smell how good you smell. If the wind blows, you're going to smell how good you smell, you know? If you hug someone, they're really going to get a nice, sweet little whiff of this. I love that it's not overbearingly sweet. It just has a touch of sweetness, a touch of creaminess from the beeswax, and you get those white florals that just develop so beautifully on the skin. This to me is something I always have to have in my collection. Like, this is one that I feel like has to be in my collection because I love those days when I just get really feminine and pretty. And this is like the epitome of that, feminine and pretty. The Absolute version is more that I'm going out, I'm feeling like a bad bitch type of vibe. This is the everyday, super pretty, super put together, super feminine version of that. And I love it. It's the original. It's a great work fragrance. Like, if you are trying to find something that's going to be perfect for work, if you don't get anything out of this list, even this one, which I love so much, you have to get Prada La Femme, because it is going to be everything you want in a beautiful work fragrance. If you want to go out smelling feminine and put together and like you're just ready to get the bag, this is going to do that for you. I absolutely love it, and I highly, highly suggest it. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. These are my top picks for work appropriate fragrances. Of course I have a few more, but I felt like this was a really great, well-rounded list. Let me know, what fragrance do you wear to work? I'm curious because we all work in different environments and different settings. Some of us can't wear fragrance at all, but if you can wear fragrance to your job, what do you like to wear to your job? I'm really curious. I'm always looking for scents that are like, you know, really ballsy, but I also love a good everyday work appropriate fragrance too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what your favorite work fragrance is. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I think you'll love it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.